Shri Mukti Shri Ram Goswami Maharaj, Shri Gurudev, the entire Planetary Guru, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas to our conscience. So, yesterday we heard this explanation that why this Gita Jayanti coincides with Moksha Ekadashi. Means this is the day that the Gita Jayanti was manifested. The Bhagavad Gita was manifested from Vyasadeva on this day. And today is also the Tiruvatithi, Srimad Bhakti Kusum Shaman Maharaj, very dear disciple, Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, was recently taking this class of Srila Gurudev's in 1996. Where Gurudev went to this Kunjabihari Gaudiya Math in Radhakund. So there Gurudev, he was saying, he was speaking to the Pujari there, who was a disciple of Srila Shaman Maharaj. So Gurudev was telling him in Hindi, saying that, oh, I know your Guru Maharaj since so many years, he's my Siksha Guru. Whenever I'd go to Mayapur, surely I'd go for his darshan. He was telling this disciple, in Bengali actually, not Hindi. And he was saying that whenever I'd go, he'd always give me a Rasgulla, and he'd speak to me with so much love, he said. So he said that this way you're very fortunate to have such a spiritual master like him. And this way Gurudev was glorifying Srila Shaman Maharaj, saying that whenever we'd, because Shaman Maharaj especially used to publish the Panjika. And Gurudev, he had a lot of nishtha in the Panjika that was published by Sri Chaitanya Math. He always said that in regard to the publication of these dates of this Panjika, the members of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, we'd all go to Srimad Bhaktivilas Tirtha Maharaj and we'd consult him, and after Tirtha Maharaj's departure, we'd consult Bhakti Kusum Shaman Maharaj, because he was the Acharya. After Tirtha Maharaj disappeared in 1976, he was appointed the Acharya. And he stayed the Acharya for 10 more years. So this way Gurudev was speaking to this disciple and he was saying that you see so much siksha from him and this was glorifying him. So Bhakti Kusum Shaman Goswami Maharaj, he appeared in modern day Bangladesh, in Dhaka. In some village there near Dhaka. He appeared on this Annakut Mahotsav in 1900. So his mother, incidentally, was called Yogmaya Devi. His father was Durga Charan Basu. So anyhow, when he was born there, his mother especially had great influence on him. Since a very young age, he would always read the Bhagavatam every day. He was very much interested in reading the Bhagavatam. And this way, he gradually came of age, and he went to medical school there where he completed his medical education. He became a doctor. And also at that time, this Madhva Gaudiya Math was established there in Dhaka. Coincidentally, when Prabhupada wanted to establish the temple there in Dhaka, it was actually the Hindus who opposed him so much, saying, why you want to establish this temple here, this, that. Then, ironically, Prabhupada, he went to the person there, the in charge, who was a Muslim. And he told him, like, can you give me some land for this temple? And the Muslim agreed. He said, yes, surely. So Prabhupada said, just see, this is Sanatana Dharma. These people are opposing and he is agreeing. And this way the temple was established there, this Madhva Gaudiya Math. And as you know, Prabhupada for 1 month, he spoke on this first sloka of the Bhagavatam. And there, Shaman Maharaj also would come and listen. And he was especially drawn by the preaching of one of his future god brothers, Bhaktivilas Parvat Maharaj. So he was very much drawn to his preaching. So he came there, and the same year that his marriage was fixed, he left home. He said, I cannot stay in this way. When he left home, he came to Mayapur. And there he was told that just to get Harinam, one would have to wait many years. And then to get Diksha again, one would have to wait for many more years. So in his heart, he had this Devru Utkantha, this inner longing, when will I get Harinam, when will I get Harinam? And as soon as Prabhupada saw him, immediately gave Harinam Diksha. He said, gave Harinam Diksha both, and he said, from now your name will be Krishna Kanti Das. He said, you have this complexion of Krishna. So now your name will be Krishna Kanti Das. And your seva is to serve all the Dhamvasis. Because you're a doctor, so now you serve all the Dhamvasis. And all the devotees who come for this parikrama, you serve all of them, he said. Like we see how Mahaprabhu also told Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta would not just cure people of their mundane illness, he'd also cure them of this bhavarog, material existence, birth and death. So this way he was also following in Murari Gupta's footsteps. And he'd serve. And then gradually Prabhupada also engaged him in serving under the guidance of Sri Pranavananda Brahmachari. He also told him that now you serve under his guidance also. He's published this Dainik Nadiya Prakash. He's written thousands of articles. All these articles, they were lost. There's Dainik Nadiya Prakash and this Gaudiya, everything. But the ISKCON Center in Calcutta, there they have this Bhaktivedanta archives where they've saved all these different editions of Dainik Nadiya Prakash. They scanned them and they're very nicely preserved, all these editions. They were published then. So he had written thousands of articles there. And he was preaching with Prabhupada also. He was Prabhupada's secretary. And so he was going preaching everywhere, always by Prabhupada's side. And he was the one who actually wrote a biography of Srila Prabhupada also. Very nice biography. And after Prabhupada, we see that when Prabhupada was present, he manifested Radha Kund. And Bhaktivilas Tirtha Maharaj, he manifested Shyam Kund. And Shraman Maharaj, he manifested this Giriraj Govardhan. So now when anyone goes to Chaitanya Math and you have darshan of Giriraj there, it is by his mercy. He was the one who manifested this. Because this is Brajabhaktam. Prabhupada especially, he desired to do bhajan on the banks of Radha near Giriraj. So therefore we should fulfill his innermost desire. And after Prabhupada disappeared, he always stayed under the guidance of Bhaktivilas Tirtha Maharaj. Like we see in Prabhupada's mission, we see that all his disciples would always stay under the guidance of senior god brothers. Like Bhaktisar Maharaj, he would stay under the guidance of Bhaktisaranga Goswami Maharaj. Siddhanti Maharaj under the guidance of Bharati Maharaj. And then we see even Prabhupada personally told Vaman Maharaj stay under the guidance of Srila Keshava Goswami Maharaj. And this way he stayed under the guidance of Bhaktivilas Tirtha Maharaj. And he continued to be under his guidance until Tirtha Maharaj's disappearance. Until 1976. And then after that he was the Acharya of this Chaitanya Math. This way he's also written many beautiful articles which are also translated in Days of the Harmonist, also published in Gaudiya Patrika. Also his disciples used to take Siksha from Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti also. For Vaman Goswami Maharaj's centennial, one of his disciples actually wrote such a beautiful Pushpanjali. She was saying how I was initiated by Srila Shraman Maharaj and I was staying near Ganga Sagar, but on his advice, on his instruction, I'd always visit Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti and its centers there. And she even said that once one sadhu, he came and he took Mahaprasad in my house. But I never knew who that sadhu was. And I was always thinking who that sadhu is. And then gradually then I realized that sadhu was Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj himself who had come there. So this way they had a very intimate relationship. That no boundaries, no walls. Gurudev used to say, if there's any sectarian wall, boundary dividing us, and Gurudev said, I've come to break that wall. He said, the wall should be broken. He said, or else this Mahaprabhu's dharma, this prem dharma can never flow, like how Mahaprabhu wants it to flow. So in this way, anyhow, Shravan Maharaj also, he's given such valuable instructions to all his disciples. Like one small history that took place in his life was, there was one devotee who came to his temple. This devotee was very qualified, academically, he was very qualified. So then Shravan Maharaj, he saw he was very qualified and he was very proud to have this very nice education. So then Shravan Maharaj said, all right, now you come and you sweep the floor in the temple. This is your seva. So then he was a little offended, saying, oh, I studied so much in university. You're telling me to sweep the floor. How can I do this? Then he left. He said, I cannot do this, he said. That a graduate like me come and sweep the floor, he left then. Then after 20 years, some devotees were seeing this person. They saw him, he was sweeping the floor in the Howrah station. And they said, how is this? You're sweeping the floor here in this Howrah station. He said, this is how my life has become, he said. A very unfortunate turn of events. I lost everything in my life. I lost my property, I lost my wealth. And now, to earn some money, I'm sweeping the floor here in Howrah, he said, in this railway station. So we say that any seva, even the Guru Varga or the Vaishnavas, is very powerful seva. Must not neglect. I must be honest, I neglected it also. I tried my hand in other services. I tried being a pujari, complete disaster. For 2 days I tried being a pujari, and those 2 devotees who helped me try being a pujari, they also left. And so, I tried going into the kitchen to cook, complete disaster. One seva, they say, that seva is for life. That seva should not be given up. And this will gradually, now I'm realizing now. So in this way, this person also gradually realized that seva I got, I neglected, and now this is my condition, he said. Like we hear also, Bhakti Sarang Goswami Maharaj's life, he went preaching to one person, this person had no time to see him. He said, I have no time, go away from here. He went to him 3-4 times, but he had no time. And then after some time, Bhakti Sarang Goswami Maharaj, he saw this person, he was sitting on the floor, on the streets. He had also lost everything. But this is also a sign of great mercy actually. Gurudev would say that if actually a person is being beaten down in life, rejected by his family, rejected by society, loses all his wealth, that is actually a sign of great mercy. But now his door for Krishna Bhakti, to entering into this realm of Krishna Bhakti, is wide open now. Now we should enter that realm. So this way, today is his Tiruvavtiti. He entered into Samadhi on the same day. And we see that his Samadhi is right next to Bhaktivilas Tirtha Maharaj's Samadhi. And if we see, their Samadhis are actually the Bhajan Kutir of Prabhupada. Prabhupada's Bhajan Kutir was like turned into their Samadhis. Why? Because Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, he was the one who said that they were the Sevaks of Prabhupada. So because there were such dear Sevaks of Prabhupada, Prabhupada's Bhajan Kutir itself can be used as their Samadhi sthal. And even now, one goes to Mayapur, they can have darshan of his Samadhi sthals. On this Tithi, he entered into Samadhi. This Tithi of Gita Jayanti, Moksha Ekadashi. So, like today, I was just coming across this class where Gurudev, he was speaking to some students in Mathura. Very old class, 1993. He was trying to look up these classes, looking to translate. There, he had gone to some school in Mathura, some Sanskrit school. So there, when he was in the Sanskrit school, he was speaking to all these students. When he spoke there, he spoke because they were all boys, young students, he spoke to them in very simple way. There especially, he spoke on this one shloka. Just one shloka he explained to the entire class. On the same tithi. That shloka was, Ananyas chintayantamam yejana paripashate tesham nitya vyuktanam yogakshemam mahamyam. Only this one shloka he explained for 1 hour. And there he explained especially the story of Arjun Mishra. In this story. There Gurudev was saying that Arjun Mishra, he used to write this commentary on the Gita. But then, when he came across this verse, he was thinking, how is this possible? Okay, I can agree that Krishna can preserve what a devotee has, but will he personally carry on his shoulders what a devotee doesn't have? This is not possible, he said. So what did he do? He took a pen and he scratched it away. And then every day he'd go for Bhiksha. And that day when he went for Bhiksha, he didn't receive one single grain of rice, a single drop of water. But that day, what happened? One small boy, blackish boy, was carrying so much on his shoulders. So many bags of rice, so many things. And then he came there. And then when he reached the house of Arjun Mishra, they were a very poor couple. So his wife didn't even have any cloth to wear. Because the cloth that she would normally wear, Arjun Mishra had worn that and gone on Bhiksha. So anyhow, Krishna gave his superior to this lady and she covered herself. And then he said, oh, your husband is so cruel. Guruji is so cruel, he's beaten me so much, just see. And then he showed his back and he had all these red impressions. Then Krishna, he took all that and he gave it to this lady. And this lady said, so much, yes. And he said, at least wait for some time, let me cook something for you. And by the time she returned, he had left. And then when Arjun Mishra came, then she saw, and then she started chastising her husband, how cruel you are. That, just see this boy, how you're beating him. She said, which boy? And just see he's bought so much. And Arjuna says, what are you saying? And then he went and he saw the shloka, Ananyas Chintayantamam, that mark had been taken away. And then the shloka was shining there, in that book especially. So Gurudev, he was speaking to all these students there in this school. And there he was saying that this body is temporary, this is actually common to all religions. Even Buddhism also. Then Gurudev, he spoke this one history, where he said that Gautam Buddha, once he was in Vaishali, in the city. There he was passing through the city, there was one lady, she was weeping so much. Her son had died. So then this lady was weeping so much, and Gautam Buddha, he said, why are you weeping like this? So my young boy has died. Then he said, alright, I can bring your boy back to life. And she said, really? Yes, he said. Just go bring salt from some house and I can bring him back to life. And she said, okay, immediately she ran, but he said on one condition, you should bring salt from that house in which no one has died. Then I'll bring him back to life. And she said, alright. Then she went to so many houses. She said, give me some salt, but has anyone died in your family? And he said, yes, father has died, my husband has died, my son has died. And so she went all around the place. But still she couldn't find one single house in which no one had died. Then when she came back to Gautam Buddha, she said, this is my condition. And he said, yes, this is material world. Everyone is bound to die, destined to die. You cannot help yourself in this way. Like we see, even Hiranyakashipu also, he realized this. When his elder brother was killed by Varadev, Hiranyaksha was killed, then everyone was weeping. And then Hiranyakashipu, he spoke that history, where Yam Maharaj, he appeared as a small boy. And there, Yam Maharaj, he went to one kingdom where the king had recently died. So the small boy, he went there and he spoke so many words of wisdom to the family members of this king, saying, why are you weeping so much? Saying, they said, oh, he has left, the king has left. But the small boy said, well, I see the king sleeping right in front of me. Where has he gone? He said, he's gone to one place where he can never come back. He said, when I see him right here, he said, no. And he said, if that person who has left and he's gone to some place where he cannot see, then who is that person that you have seen? Then has that person really left? Because I see the body is right here. So who is that person? So Gurudev was speaking to all these young boys and so much Jiva Tattva. What is the Jiva? He was saying. Like Nainam Chintanti Shastrani Nainam Tati Pavaka. This way, there's so many different verses he was explaining to all these young boys in this way. In this way, he was speaking on this Jiva Tattva. So this way we see that Gurudev especially emphasized on the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. And lastly, if you see, in Gurudev's Bhagavad Gita, in the very introduction of the Bhagavad Gita, he summarized all the 18 chapters. He has summarized all of them. There he has said the first chapter is Sainya Darshan, and he has summarized the entire chapter in like 5-6 sentences. And he said the second chapter is Sankhya Yoga, where Krishna is speaking how the body and the soul should be distinguished. The third chapter is Karma Yoga, how yoga is performed through fruitive action. In this way. And the fourth chapter he has explained after that is this Karma Sannyas Yoga. Now Gyan Yoga, where yoga is practiced through transcendental knowledge. And the fifth chapter is Karma Sannyas Yoga, how to renounce fruitive action. Sixth chapter is Dhyan Yoga, yoga achieved through the path, through the process of meditation. And the seventh chapter is Vigyan Yoga, yoga through realized transcendental knowledge. And the eighth chapter is this yoga through realization of the absolute knowledge, which is this knowledge pertaining to Parabrahma. And the ninth chapter is Sarva Guhyatam Yoga. That is yoga through this very confidential means. And the 10th is Vibhuti Yoga. Yoga through Krishna's opulence. In this way. And the 12th chapter is Bhakti Yoga. There, you see. And then the 13th chapter is this yoga which discerns Prakriti and Purush. Prakriti Purush, Bhed Yoga. And then after that is yoga through this Purushottam Purush, where Krishna's identity as this Purushottam has been established. And then after that, yoga concerning three types of material nature, three types of modes of material nature. And then after that, yoga concerning the three types of faith. And after that, ultimately, Moksha Yoga, which is the 18th chapter. So he has summarized all these chapters in the Bhagavad Gita itself, in this way. But he said, I've taken the remnants of Chakravarti Thakur. So in this most wonderful Tithi, We must not think that Gurudev has only given all these Rasa Shastras. He has also given the Bhagavad Gita, which is most essential for every sadhak. Without reading the Bhagavad Gita, how can you possibly even have access to Uchal Linamani, Ras Panchadhyay and all these different scriptures, different books, scriptures? This is the base. Gurudev would say, if you cannot climb the tree properly, you jump to the top, then what will happen? You'll break your teeth and break your bones. So begin from the base. Gradually, begin from Shraddha, Bhajan Kriya, Ananta Nivriti. Then Nishtha Ruchi Ashakti, then Bhav Prem, then all the other stages of Prem. So on this Tithi, on this most glorious Tithi, the imports of the Bhagavad Gita, we should only pray that these purports of the Bhagavad Gita, and especially the purports that the Guru Varga have given, that they manifest.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपनुगप्रवरं रसरसरसिकं च निरायनं तं प्रपन्नं श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमणपृष्ठाय भूतले रूपनुगभक्तिनं च कृपामूर्ते नारायणं। पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my Sastanganandvat Pranam 1,000 times, Lord Sri Paramadatam Guru Paramapadma, Om Vishnu Par Sotra Shishma Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Sai Maharaj Shri Gurudev. Secondly, I offer my Sastanganandvat Pranam 1,000 times, Lord Sri Rupanuga Gauri Guru Varga. I offer my Sastanganandvat Pranam to all the assembled Vaishnava and Vaishnavis. By Shri Guru Paramapadma's courteous mercy, the Vaishnava's courteous mercy, we are here in Shri Vrindavan Dham. And we are celebrating this Gita Jayanti Mokshada Ekadashi. In South India they call this Ekadashi Vaikuntha Ekadashi. And it's very famous there. On this day, in Tirupati, they have a special gate. They only open for these 3-4 days, especially this Vaikuntha Ekadashi day. And to get that darshan, you have to wait 3 days. Those who have been with the Vaishnavas know. Such a long, normally waiting is 8 hours, 10 hours, but on this day, if you want to get darshan, 3 days you have to wait. And they say anyone who walks through this special gate, then they attain this moksha. They go to Vaikuntha, called the Vaikuntha Dwar. So Vaikuntha Ekadashi. But here, north, we know that is known as Mokshada Ekadashi. And we have Guru and Vaishnava described that what is this moksha? Mokshada. General people, those who are mumukshus, they are seeking mukti. Mumukshus, they are seeking bhukti. The Vaishnava, we are not seeking bhukti, mukti, none of these things. Bhukti, mukti, spriya, yava, pisachi, hridi, vartate. Tabar, bhakti, sudhasya, tat, katam, tudbadeva. Anyone's heart is contaminated by these desires, then how can bhakti ever manifest? Should the bhakti ever manifest in such a heart? Therefore, the Vaishnavas understand mukti, moksha to mean what? Muktir hit anyata rupan svarupa vyavastati. To give up all other forms, be established in one's own siddha sarup, engage in prem seva of the Lord, this is real mukti, this is real moksha. To attain this loving devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, when Krishna is speaking the Gita, then what is the purpose of this Gita? Why is he speaking this Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose? He starts, this Gurudev described, Gurudev, as we heard, Gurudev giving so many Rasa Granthas, but why has Gurudev written a 1,000-page commentary on this Bhagavad Gita? Maybe the biggest book that Gurudev had. published. 1,000 pages, so big. And inside there, he added Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. And his commentary based on Bhakti Swarup Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj's Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary included within that also. Plus his own comments. So Gurudev is given so much energy, love and devotion to explaining this Gita. And as you know, any brahmachari, anyone who's coming to Mat, then first they have to learn what? Slokas from Bhagavad Gita and Gaudiya Granthā. This is the foundation. Because this Bhagavad Gita, it helps us come to the path of Sharanagati. It creates a foundation. Then if there's no self-surrender, then how can one enter into the realm of Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion? Sharanagati acts as the doorway, the gateway to enter into the realm of pure devotion. Gita helps us create that foundation, helps us understand fundamentals. What is Atma Tattva? What is Paramatma? Who is Bhagavan? What is Bhakti? What is Yoga? Yoga, Gurudev described it to be like a ladder. And in that ladder there are so many steps. The bottom of that is karma. As you progress, then you come to the platform of Gyan. And from that you come ultimately to the platform of Bhakti. From Bhakti then one can attain the Lord. Bhaktaya ekaya grahaya. Krishna says in the Gita. Only by Bhakti can I be achieved. By not any other process. And he said that Gita, if you describe it like it to be like a treasure chest, then the bottom of that chest is like karma. The lid is like Gyan. In the middle is like Bhakti. So the first 6 chapters of Gita, they primarily discuss about karma. Those who have adhikar for karma, then these chapters help them go beyond this karma adhikar. Come to this point of Sharanagati. Come to the point of being able to perform devotional service. And the last six chapters of the Gita, these describe Gyan. Those who have this Gyan adhikar, then for them this is very helpful, these chapters. Then that will help them progress from there to come to the platform of Sharanagati. But in the middle, as I said, just like inside the chest we keep the treasure of the wealth, so the wealth or the real treasure of the Gita is where? Is considered to be inside the middle 6 chapters. So that means chapters 7 to 12. This is like we have all the real wealth of Gita, and that shows that real Bhakti is really the import of Gita. Just like Vedanta Sutra, the real import of Vedanta is Bhakti. Therefore Param Buddha said Bhakti Vedanta. He said everything, Gauriya Vedanta Samiti. Vedanta, the real purport of Vedanta, what it is? Bhakti. It is pure devotion. And the topmost Bhakti is what? We've heard. Ramya Kachi Upasana Braja Baru Vargena Yakalpita. That displayed by the Braj Gopis, Braja Barus. So therefore in the Gita also then we can see that Bhakti is the real purpose, the real import of the Gita. Krishna is speaking. Krishna has not come to this world to distribute karma, jnana, all these things. Krishna, he wants. And Jagadharma Bhakti Thakur says that when Krishna sees all the jivas entering into this world, then Krishna with his arms stretched out, he runs after the jivas calling out to him. Therefore, like the Vaishnava said, then Krishna manifested this Ekadashi Devi. So that Ekadashi Devi will bless and infuse the jivas and help them develop their devotion and come back into their constitutional position. So this Ekadashi Devi is for this purpose. Speaking of Gita is for this purpose. To help us, help the jivas, so we can engage all our body, mind, senses, everything in the service of the Lord. Ekadashi Indriya. 5 working senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, plus the mind. All of these should be engaged in the Lord's service. And Ekadashi Devi, she gives this fortitude, this strength. And especially on this Gita Jayanti, one hears the verses of the Gita, recites the Gita, remembers, reads, and definitely Krishna's mercy will come. The mercy of all the Braj Gopis, Brajvasis, they will come. They are hidden in the Gita. Krishna, Gurudev has revealed that Manmana Bhava Mat Bhakta Mar Yaji Man Namaskuru Mam Eva Satyante Prati Jani Priyosime. He described here the moods of the gopis that are described in this verse. Manmana. Who can will give their mind, their entire body? And man really means heart. Man is synonymous for heart actually in Sanskrit. When we say man, it also means it really means the heart. So who is really giving their heart? They said the Braj Gopis, they are giving their heart. Vaishya described this pastime. How this newly wedded gopi, she's in her mother-in-law's house. And the mother-in-law said, the mother-in-law and the daughter are talking amongst themselves. Oh, soon he'll be coming. We'll go and see. But then they chastise the newly wedded wife. So you stay here, and you are not allowed to don't come. If you come out and look, then a black snake will come and bite you. Therefore you stay inside and don't show yourself. But she was like, no, if you are going to see, then I will definitely go see. So she went and stood at the doorway. And Krishna was coming back, grazing his cows. That time Krishna, he knows who is in Brajmanda. He heard, oh, there's a newly wedded gopi who had moved here. So then he twisted the tail of a calf. That calf went astray from the herd towards the house where the gopi was standing. So Krishna, in the pretext to go bring back the calf, he came there. And the gopi was looking. Where is Krishna? She can see the cows and so much dust, looking. And suddenly what? Krishna manifested there in his Bangalali Swarupa. Mansidari holding his flute. Very, very beautiful. And then she became stunned. Completely stunned. She couldn't do anything, move. She couldn't say anything. With her mouth open, eyes open, she just was stunned there. And Krishna with his flute touched her chin and smiled and then went from there. This way, her heart, her man, everything she had offered to Krishna. Then the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law came back and they saw, oh look, she was standing there like a statue. And they began chastising, oh we want you. If you go there, this black snake will bite you. We should engage her to help her, to bring her mind back. So they said, you grind this yogurt. Instead of grinding yogurt, she began grinding mustard seeds. And a horrible sound came. And they heard and they took her, oh, what are you doing? And they said, oh, better you go to the well and bring some water. Here, take this child with you also, look after this child. So she went with the child to bring water from the well, but instead of putting the rope around the bucket, she put it around the child's neck, was about to throw the child in the well. And then all the other gopis, they came running there, stopped her. Oh, what are you doing? What happened? So, oh, look, she is gone, she is not here. Yes, that black snake of Shyamasundara has bitten her. Now she can never come back, she can never be revived. So, Gurudeva described all these sweet, sweet pastimes in his Gita commentary. This pastime of Anayas Chintayantamam, how Krishna himself also comes and to that Brahmana and reassures him. All these things, Gurudeva has put all this Braj Katha, this Braj Rasa inside there. He's described there how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is describing how when Bhishma Devi is shooting Krishna's body in the Mahabharata war, and those arrows, they are marking Krishna's body and some red marking is coming there. The mark of blood. Then Bhishma Dev, he is having his udipan. Oh, this Krishna, he is marked by these red marks. Why? Because he is meeting with the Braj Gopis, meeting with his lovers in Vrindavan, and then they are playing, and then these white marks or scratch marks are coming on his body. This udipan for Sringara and Madhuri Ras. Gurudeva revealed these things. Gita is not any ordinary sastra. It is directly spoken by Krishna. We say that the Vedas, they are spoken by Narayan. But Krishna himself is directly speaking the Gita, that Narayana is only an incarnation of Krishna. So how great the Gita must be. It's directly spoken by Krishna himself. How important this sastra must be. Therefore it is described to be as Gita Upanishad. Even though it's a part of Mahabharata, it is Gita Upanishad. It is Shruti, spoken directly from the Lord himself. So this Gita is so important. So many verses there, so many beautiful things described there about Krishna. Krishna there in that Gita especially, he reveals again and again how that he is the supreme worshipful Lord. He says, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhakta cha pravareva cha. I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices and everything. Anayas chintayanto mam. He said, Mom, using this word, Mom, meditate on me. Daivi esha gunamai, mama maya dhratya, Mom eva eva bhajante, maya vedantarante. Mom, take shelter of me. Krishna again and again, Sarva Dharma Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Take shelter of him. Many other places he's revealing. He says that Mattas Parantaran Nyat Kinchit Asti Dhananjaya Maya Idam Satar Protam Chutte Mani Ganaiva. All the universe are resting on me like pearls on a thread. Again and again, Krishna is revealing in the Gita that he is actually the Supreme Lord. And don't worship the other demigods. Yepi anya devata bhakta yajantya shadayanmita. Yepi mam eva kamteya yajantya avidhi purvakam. Those who worship the demigods, actually they're indirectly worshipping me. So I'm the master of all sacrifices. So Krishna in this way he has established his Bhagavad Gita. He says, Mama vamsa jiva loka jiva bhutasnat. All jivas are coming from me. So very clearly, Krishna has established himself as the Supreme Lord, and that bhakti devotion is the supreme process, supreme means to achieve him, for the jiva to reunite. So that is the meaning of yoga. The jiva to reunite with Bhagavan. When Gurudev was in Philippines, then one time one devotee they asked, what is the meaning of yoga? And Gurudev took one hand like this and one hand like this and said, Bhagavan and the jiva, when they meet in loving service, then this is called yoga. So therefore, the purpose of this Gita is for that. All these different yogas is what? It's to help the jiva be established in his prem seva. And this is real mukti, this is real moksha. So-called mukti or moksha described by the Kevala Advaitavadis and the Mayavadis, this is all false, imaginary. Therefore, Mahaprabhu and Guru Bhakti have refuted that. One chagal.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram. First of all, from our respectful basis, kind of responsible for group as well as in Thomas Spot. Shri Shimati Bhakti Bhagavad Gita, Star Rupa Nirvana, all assembled devotees. We look very lucky to be in the Holy Dham, Shri Vrindavan Dham, in association of Vaishnavas on this holy day, Moksha Ekadashi. And traditionally we're reciting Bhagavad Gita on this day over the years, many times today. And also we're hearing different Prabhuji's asking different questions. Yesterday Prabhuji was like a cat. And everyone was like mice. Have you seen a cat when it catches a mouse? It doesn't kill straight away. Like first he plays with the mice. Slowly torturing. I'm forgetting the question yesterday. This question. Oh, why the proof of when this Gita Jayanti took place? Any evidence? Well, nobody knows. Well, actually, Giri Maharaj spoke very nicely, actually, at the end. But we're always accepting in parampara. Sometimes, no need to question, just accept. Swami Maharaj used to say that. So many people would ask so many questions. He said, just to say yes, 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 everything you say is right. Now you accept this Krishna consciousness vision, So, Prabhuji like this, he knows, he has big stock and balance, all answers of knowledge. Like he's saying, do you know, nobody knows. Srila Gurudev also then used to sometimes ask a question. I remember when Prominent Maharaj, he answered a different question. That question, one question was posed. He didn't even answer the question, a different subject. So afterwards Gurudev said, if at school you're asked a question, but you answer the different question, or you raise a different topic, you get no points. So it was a bit reminding me like yesterday. Everyone gives some evidence, everyone going around, but no one really speaking. And finally, Giri Maharaj saying this evidence of this annual anniversary of Veda Vyas speaking this tapa. So this was the closest we came. But we're hoping again, like in 4 or 5 days, Prabhuji still holding on to his stock and balance, seeing who knows what, and then finally he'll get the killer blow. So I don't want to waste any time, but just to know that we're very lucky to be in the Dham and to be in association with the sadhus. When they're speaking, not speaking, but we're with them, so we're in a safe place. But we have to take this humble position. You know, in the old days, guaranteed 2 classes English, 1 Hindi, maybe some Bengali, some Orissa. No shortage Harikatha. Same with Gurudev. In the beginning, 2 classes a day, and then 1 class a day. Or then slowly, then setting up with his sannyasis, you speak, you speak, you speak. So then everyone's suffering because Gurudev is there, the jewel is set in his position, but only darshan. Only looking at him, oh, when will Prabhuji speak? When will Gurudev speak? So everyone's very hungry to hear these things. Conditioned souls, if we open our minds, then soon everyone understands our position. So anyhow, we're on this day. We pray to Ekadashi Devi, pray to Vaishnavas. They be very kind to us and explain all this. Give us this Shabda Brahm, this ordinary sign vibration. You can regurgitate. You know, like a bird mother, she chews up all the worms and insects and gives to the little ones. But if we're reading Shastra, I mean, in our own mundane senses, we're collecting many, not worms, but nice Shastra. But in our brain is like garbage and mixing and material intellect with our own estimation, our own guessing. Srila Sridhar Maharaj used to say, Bhakti is not collecting information and selling it in the marketplace. You learn lots of slokas, become sannyasi, I know this, I know that, but isn't Shabda Brahm. We want the Shabda Brahm. So everyone is here for Shabda Brahm, and therefore we pray to the Vaishnavas that they give us the Shabda Brahm. Vancha over to you.
Jnanatimirandasya gyananjana shalakaya Chaksurumilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Vanchakalpadrubhyasya kipasindhu Vyayevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Ajanulambita bhujo kanakavadato Sankirtane kavitaro kamaraya takshu Vishwambaro Dvijavaro Yudhanamaro Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro Kanaka Jadadagatro Nirasonav Janetro Mrigavaramaramaro Arati Kundamaro Taranataruna Vesho Nirapitambaresho Smarani Vritani Kunje Radhika Krishna Chandro Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, I would like to offer my limited Dandavat pranams in the dust of the lotus feet of my spiritual masters. Nityalila Pravishna Vishnupad, Sisimat Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Nityalila Pravishna Vishnupad, Sisimat Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Gurudev. Nityalila Pravishna Vishnupad, Sisimat Goloka Vrindavan Maharaj. Nityalila Pravishna Vishnupad, Sisimat Bhakti Shakshvidar Goswami Maharaj. All our Rupanuga Gurvaiga Vaishnavacharyas headed by Sripad Premananda Prabhu and all sannyasis here together, and all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, please accept my dandavat and I'm begging for your causeless mercy. So today we have heard the glories of Bhagavad Gita. One very nice verse in Bhagavad Gita also, Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj stressed the importance of this. Machita Vadgata Prana, Udayantash Parashparam, Katayantash Chamanvitya, Tushanti Charamanticha. We can see that in the association of devotees, the essence of all Shastra starting with Bhagavad Gita, the 6 middle chapters about Bhakti are being revealed. Between devotees are attracted by the aspect of Bhakti in spiritual life. So they go around like this, what's this? This little star, Arundhati. So you go around the very, very different aspects of spiritual life, and then you end up speaking about Bhakti. And in Bhakti also, you can go around, and then you end up speaking about the real process of what to achieve in the process of following the sadhana Bhakti, what is the goal of Bhakti. So Machita Madhyata Prana, we are all together and we speak about this, and everything as time goes is revealed automatically. So that is why this verse is so important, and Sridhar Maharaj has stressed the importance of this verse. To chanticha ramanticha, that is by giving ourselves to this process of hearing and giving our lives to this process, then to chanti, this ananda will come. And to chanticha ramanti means ecstasy will also come. Rasa will be revealed. So, because rasa is the goal of our life, to understand bhakti rasa, to taste that bhakti rasa, then we have, between ourselves, we help each other to make progress, going upwards, going into the goal, going deep into that process, and reveal to ourselves, between ourselves, what is the most important topics of the devotional service, the devotional path. So we have to do this together, otherwise nothing will be revealed. So Krishna has taken the responsibility to reveal this process up to the utmost limit through our Guru, has revealed everything. And the echo of his teachings is coming through different parts of his transcendental life, through the devotees who are connected with him by different ways, shiksha, diksha, or even associations for a long time like this. So by associating with our Gurudev, even long time after, like now, many years before after, then everything we can also, get in touch with. Whatever teachings he has given before, is still there, permanently available in the, because Shabda Brahma cannot disappear. It is eternal, and it is potent, and it is inscribed in eternal time. So today, Ekadashi is a day which is not a normal day. It is Krishna, not different than Krishna. And Krishna is actually situated in eternal time. So if we want to associate with Krishna today, by chanting, by hearing, by associating with devotees, which is the goal of Ekadashi, then we have to enter into eternal times, because Krishna is situated in that particular situation. So if we enter into eternal time, then whatever has been spoken about Krishna from our Guru Varga, especially those who have spoken very deeply into these very important matters of our how to make progress in our sadhana through Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Like our Gurudev, he spoke something and he actually manifests the prayojan, what we'll have to do when we get to the highest level. So we have to go deep into this. Otherwise, what is our life, We have heard, because we have been here around for a long, long time, we have heard so many things, general topics, But we have not heard the very, very significant words of the sadhus which comes from their life or their heart to give us the most important katha, which is connected to the goal of our life. Yeah. So it has been said in some places that the pastimes of Radha and Krishna should be, discuss and contemplate. So we should discuss these things, especially now we are not so young anymore. I'm not talking for the general people. Some of us are getting older, like me. So we have no time to waste anymore. We have heard generality of this process of bhakti for all our lives. So we should go to the goal now. And when you step into that level of understanding of what is our goal, then you understand that it is not only for older persons, it's for everybody. Because the bliss which is there, which is waiting for us to embrace, to taste, is such that it cannot only be restricted to people who think that I have to do this because I am so old, I have no more time. This bliss is to be taken by everybody. Even young people, they can taste that bliss. We cannot, don't have to wait the last moment of our life to go into deep into this matter. We have to do this immediately without wasting the time. If we know what is going on in the spiritual world, if we have even a little realization of what's going on in the spiritual world, we will immediately forget about this material existence. Immediately. So the whole strategy of a sadhaka is to associate with people, with devotees, whose heart is completely inclined into talking about these topics, which are connected to Radha and Krishna's pastimes, and discover all the very, very different features and aspects of those pastimes. And those pastimes are based on so many nice things, very, very beautiful things. Because the things which animate those pastimes are called bhavs, anubhav, sadhik bhav, vichari bhav, vyabhichari bhav, sanchari bhav. This is the motor engine of the spiritual world. And it's going on the platform of Shuddha Sattva and Vishuddha Sattva. So everything there is extremely, extremely pure. So if we incline our mind, manmana bhava, with love, into those topics which are extremely pure, which are full of, extensive joy, extensive nectar, unlimited amusement, unlimited very, very nice exchanges between the Vaishnavas there, the eternal Varika, eternal association with Krishna. If we get into these topics, then something will come in our heart which makes us feel that this is my life. This is the way that I have to go in order to enter into my real home. It's important to have a little taste of those things. And if we can hear from some places that this thing is coming, we should immediately associate with and go through it until something is coming in our heart and be placed there definitely, that we will never leave it for any reason, any time, any moment in our life. We will stay with this until everything is being revealed to us in our heart. So this process is based, actually, it is so high, so sweet, so nice, that it is based on the mercy of Krishna and the devotees. So Krishna can give mercy to anyone who is very serious about this. And that propensity to go into these types of, very deep topics is there in everyone. It's there. I see that everyone can have it. But somehow or other, nobody is, or so many people are not attracted to this. So we should try to get attracted to this by forcing ourselves. Because if you want to taste one day nectar ecstasy, then this is the way you have to go through. And it is not any other way. There's no other way. We have to, like, it says that you have to follow the gopis. Right? But the gopis, following the gopis means suffering, because the way that they have given up everything, life and, reputation, this is very difficult to give up. So we have to go through this. And Gurudev used to say also, unless you follow in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, then you will not get it. So this potential is there in all of us, but it's like we have apprehension. Should I do it? Because there is some, there is some, the nature of love is to give up, how you say in English? Sacrifice. They sacrifice at the highest level in the gopis, in the manjaris. So the manjaris if you read something about the manjaris, there's books about speaking about manjari bhav and everything. If you read this, you will be completely astonished. You will think about only one thing, how I can be like this. Because the manjari's aim is nothing else than, from the very beginning, to get Krishna together in the Nikunjas, to assist their transcendental games of sports, as they are described in our books, to assist those transcendental sports, and then, when everything is over, they get into their services to, smear some very nice oil on those bodies who are very, very exhausted, giving some nice drinks, snacks, and garlands, and repair the whole thing which has been damaged by the sportive activities of Radha and Krishna together. This is the goal of the gopis. They don't live for anything else. The manjaris, I'm talking about the manjaris, they don't live for any other purpose than to be involved, to see, and to practice by seeing and then engaging in those activities which gives Krishna, Radha and Krishna pleasures all the way. So if we read something about these types of life that these manjaris they have, then definitely it will catch our heart, and we will think about developing this type of mood as a matter of life and death. So this is our goal. I don't know, I cannot explain very nicely because my English is not so good. But if we can get a glimpse of that mood which is there in the manjaris, which is the goal of our life to become like that. Gurudev said, Radha Dasyam is our goal, to become Paryadasi or Shumatira is our goal. So if we develop a little desire for this, then our life will be successful. So I don't know if I would said anything over, but anyway, this is what I think now it is the most important things that we have to do, personally for myself, being about to die in a few days. So anyway, so I want to focus on this, and I want to see if devotees also are willing to focus on this. This is very important. The focus is the goal. And Gurudev said you establish the goal, and everything you do is to achieve that goal. So this is the way. We have to discuss together how to achieve the goal. And Machita Madhyata Prana is meant for that, because the issue, the goal of that Machita Madhyata Prana discussing together is to taste this ananda, pleasure, joy, happiness, and rasa, that is ecstasy. And that ecstasy is in the highest, in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, in the level of Madhanaka Mahabharata. Then the gopis are there for that purpose, to taste that Madhanaka Mahabharata of Radha and Krishna, And this is their goal, and they don't have any other purpose. And their bodies, Manjari's body, is meant only for this and nothing else. They want the pleasure of Radha and Krishna through Radharani's. They have no connection with Krishna unless their connection to Krishna is just like he is the fiancé of Radharani. But they want the pleasure of Radharani, and that pleasure of Radharani is coming into their body even 7 more times more intensely than in Radharani itself. It has been told. So they are so smart, those manjaris, that they can taste Ananda on the highest level 10 times more than even Radharani is tasting. So that 10 times, 7 times can be discussed. Srila Gurudev said nobody can taste happiness or rasa more than Srimati Radharani. But the manjari are on the same level, same level. So they are very intelligent to serve in that mood and this level. And therefore, if we can go in this path and achieve that same purpose for the manjaris, where the mercy of Krishna, because it is mercy of Krishna, nothing can go, or the mercy of the devotee, then in this way, our life will be successful. Sorry for speaking so broken English. But anyway, I say something, no problem. What do you think, Maharaj? What do you think about this topic? Can you say something? Huh? I am not fluent. No. Huh? No. Broken language. Huh? My heart is also broken. I have to come back here really now. I want to hear, like if I want to know history in a very authentic way, I will come and ask Devi Maharaj to speak something for me. If I want to hear the Tattva Siddhanta in a very technical way, in a long term, I will ask Devi Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj to speak something. I think here you have all the potencies in every person with his own speciality, that you can be completely, fully satisfied by hearing each one of it. If at a particular time you want to hear something, then you go to this devotee. If you want to hear another thing, then you go to another one. If you are to hear Tattva Siddhanta in a very strong way, then you go to Acharya Maharaj. And if you want to hear something very sweet, then you go to this Maharaj, or Krishna Karuna Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj, Asotara Sata. The way he's chanting this tongue, makes your heart completely, bewildered. I said, what I am doing? I am not in tune with this chanting. This chanting is so sweet, and my heart is like a block of, metal. I'm not crying, not giving any good, feelings, So hearing this here is like, the spiritual world. You have every aspect, every feature is manifest in one devotee. So I am not so pretty to be here. That is the problem. I don't know why. I should reform my consciousness and preach to me that I should come and stay with you all at your lotus feet and hear transcendental Harikatha, which is available twice a day. It's very nice. Then I become mature a little bit, and the thing which attracts me, I will speak it more fluently. Anyway, sorry for disturbing your evening. And with Harikata. So Mara, you speak now something which I know will be completely different. I need to fulfill my desires by hearing something which like complete whatever I said, which was lacking. I said 1% of the whole 100%, and you can tell the 99% which is missing. Please. Oh. Everything is there. Okay. Okay. You are the boss. Boss?
Bhagavad-gita Nandanaslavaya Chakshuntamdena Tasmi Sri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarvasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gauratise Namaha Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Sri Jeevi Gopala Bhatta Das Rohuna Echai Gosai Kari Charana Bandhan Javete Vignana Savishta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Dayal Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivakati Sri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Sri Guruji Maharaj ki Jai की अनंत अनंत गुरु वैष्णव वृंद की जय जय मोक्षद एकादशी की जय एकादशी परंपरा भक्त वृंद की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय ब्रजवासी भक्त वृंद की जय सर्वास्त्र गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय बहुत ब्रह्मानंदे all are not forget this day. Now is running Katyani Vrata. This first Ekadashi Kam Katyani Vrata time, Panna Ekadashi. Ekadashi Devi appears. Next is Ekadashi Devi Mokshada Ekadashi. Now, anybody doing Tapasya Vrata, but no getting liberation, no mukti. Then they again crossing Maya and then going is Krishna's Niyat. Agra mukti tabe sarvandanaas. Tabe se hoite pare Sri Krishna das. First is not is mukti, liberation. And after is possible you are understanding and gradually what is my aim and object and goal. Giving entity Bhatta Jiva, conscious soul has no idea what is truthful. You are clean and cross and liberation after you looking this background. So this liberation, mukti, who giving this? Ekadashi Devi saying first time, now appears and then I am now giving mukti. Mukti to another form, svarupa upastiti. Mukti's real meanings is I am cross this subtle and gross body, I am getting in this svarupa siddhi. This is called mukti. Other than no mukti, no liberation.
I have already picked 5 elements with the first one, this bound, jail, prison. After the second one is very thin, small, but is very hard. This Sukshma Sthali. So now, Ekadashi Devi very kindly, she give up this everything, remove this everything, she came free from everything. Then is possible soul body which is nearby, pure soul, Paramatma, Lord Sri Krishna, with his relationship. Otherwise, body which is, I am trying to make relationship within Krishna, then body not qualified and not ritual, material things with it, not possible. I am touching him, serving him, going his near, continue will be with him. This material body, pulling me here and there, this and that, many idea, many things is giving. They cannot stop with their own monopoly. All time they giving instruction, advice, inspiration. All are like to this body and mind. Then Ekadashi Devi very kindly giving mukti, moksha. But how giving mukti? This is question. Then Gayatri very kindly, this Ekadashi Devi, all glories are is writing and explaining. So this glory is telling, this Ekadashi Devi, how giving mukti? Telling Krishna Katha. Krishna's all advices, anybody accepting and practicing and following, automatically getting mukti. No problems. Any other person who has advice, instruction following, then bandhan. And Krishna Katha, Krishna advice is practicing and following. For desire, this is called sadhan. Then I am crossing Maya. Otherwise, no possible. Sant Prabhupada is writing this. Dark is Maya, light is Krishna. Maya is dark, darkness. But how I am going Krishna's side? Ekadashi Devi arranging this program. What program? This. How can I am practicing in life Krishna's advice, instruction. Then one thing, one drop of this Krishna's advice is I am following, then this much Krishna is now my near. I am complete following his advice all, practicing, then I am complete Krishna's near. This world I have bandhan, I am following this, my devis, all these classes. I am going to school, learning biology, I am Pradham, permanent rest. You are forget and lost and means very far. Therefore, what say Krishna? Krishna in Bhakti Gita, Krishna 2 hours continue, 750 verses with this. He is giving this instruction and advice. Only not Arjuna, everybody. Hey, look at me. Here I am telling something. What? This word, nobody you. I am you. Nobody. This, anybody with this your relationship, you are thinking about this person is mine, he is not you. This is your speculation. This is imagination. This you are only stealing for your heart and mind and soul. They are doing drama, no talking. This world is I am you only. Nobody you. Therefore, follow me. Come my near. I am your holy wisher. I am your holy known. Without me, nobody is you. And with me, you are, then you are understanding who is real, your well wisher. So, Krishna, first time to this Bhagavad Gita's last of end, everywhere Krishna telling, you are mine. I am yours. Everywhere telling, I am doing everything for you. So this Srimad Bhagavad Gita's any advice is practicing, Vasudev telling, many things he is saying, telling no need many Ved Vedanta Upanishadam, Svarupa Upanishadam, Gabo, Dugdha, Goparanandam, Dugdha, Parthavasra, Sudhir Bhukta, Dugdha Gita, Jnanamritam. Pure knowledge had to come in. Who giving you? Giving this Srimad Bhagavad Gita. All Upanishad, they see like his cow. The milkman is Krishna himself. And Partha, Arjuna is like cow. And then all this milk is milking, and then all everybody drinking, they are getting this pure knowledge. They are understanding who am I and who is God. God and Lord is my real friends and real lover, everything. So Krishna, first chapter to 18th chapter, any sloka, any verses, any things, Krishna explaining, then he is everywhere is explaining. He is telling, oh, I am all in all. Not follow anybody. Say, no need following demigods, no need following Bhutani, Janti, Bhuttaja, Vajjarima, no Pimam. He is telling, look, not follow any others. Like yesterday, our Sannyasi Maharaj explaining, oh, you following this? Vishwa, they have to Vishnu and Puksa. Samvastesu, Vajayati, Sangat Sanjayati Kama, Kama Kodo Vijayati, Vodat Bhavati, Samoha, Samoha, Brahma, Savidimam Sarbuddhina, 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 Brahmasati, all will be destroyed. You are only thinking and meeting and looking, and everything. Is what from coming these things? All enemies telling Rajaguna Samudbhava. Kamesha Kudesha Rajaguna Samudbhava. Mahasuna Mahapapna Nirvaresha Varina. You have no enemy, but great enemy is calm and cold. Where from calm? Rajagun. So don't follow this tamagun, no tamasic food, no tamasic place going, no rajagun, no sattagun. You come nirgun. He is saying, Davidesa Gunamai, Mamamaya Duratya, Mame Baji Prapadante, Mayametam Tarantiti. Oh, this Maya, Duratya, is not possible crossing, not possible forget, not possible you left 1 second for. But Maya, this is my Maya. You come, Prabhupada, my near is come and took shelter, surrender, then what happened then? Then no more Maya touching and catching, no punishing, no anartha, nothing. But how coming my near? Then say, look, tesam satyajuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakum. Satyajuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakum, by love. Continue. You follow me, serve me, think about me. Then dadami buddhi yogam tanganam amabhayantiti. Then I give you good brain, I make you talents, intelligence, I give you everything. But you not my near, any other near, then cheating you. Like teaching, bad thing teaching. What teaching? Destroy for, burning for, or suffering for the teaching. They have no good things. What they are giving? Therefore you come my near. Also, tesam satyajuktanam. Satyajuktanam means explaining Sridhar Swami and other Acharya. Satata, be carefully. 1 second for not any other which is connected and related. Any other person has advice and order and instruction I am accepting. Then I am not Satyajuktanam. I am not Sat. I am not honest. Then I am crazy prostitute. Any other is giving advice, instruction, I am accepting, then I am my everything. Not I am Satyajuktanam. Tesam Satyajuktanam Vajatam Prithivirvakam. Like this crazy bhajan, Pritipurvakam, by loving, by sweetness.